You are in tune to Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, and I'm your host, Yo Jules DJ. Welcome to tonight's episode, Best Hip Hop Pioneers Single Battle. But don't forget, we're celebrating Women's History Month. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Give it up one time for the Best Hip Hop Pioneers Singles Battle celebrating Women's History Month. Give it up one time. Yes, the longest title in the world.
Yes.
All right, I was going to have a hard time finding a thumbnail for that. Good luck, DJ Scandalous. We do this every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, shout out to everybody that already in the chat room. They already know 8 o'clock it goes down here on East Coast. Like I said, Standard Time.
The ladies are in the chat room.
Ladies in the building
Oh.
representing.
Oh.
Again, it's gonna be a fun night. Like we're gonna, like I said, celebrate and talk about again some of the pioneers of this hip hop genre. Specifically, honestly, we're gonna be talking about the women's, what is it? Participation. Contribution. Exactly. To this genre, we think in this thing we love called hip hop. Let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. But for those who don't know, again, every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it goes here down live on Twitch. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, one word. Shout out to everybody in the chat room that already does. We love you and respect you for that. Thank you so much. But for anybody that hasn't yet, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And we are 10 away. 10.
Oh my gosh.
They're 10 away.
There, man. We gotta get that
Really?
right, man. Come on.
10 away. Good
10
job.
away.
We need that by the end of the tonight.
Good
Pull out your
job.
burner phones.
Word.
And matter of fact, it's true. DJ Scandalous brings up a good point. If we make that happen tonight,
That's fire.
if we can show and prove, and make sure I think you have to let us know. You have to take off your privacy if you're gonna, like, because I can't see every subscriber we get unless you're not private. But if I could see the 1,000 subscriber, like I said, I've already put it into the air, into the universe. I'll be sending y'all Eats, Beats, and Rhymes hoodie. Anybody got one on right now? No. But you see the logos, they look just like that with longer sleeves and picture the plant hood, but without the phrase, without the front.
Right. It's still cold out there.
It's still chilly. So it makes a good, you know what I'm saying? Accompaniment into the warmer weather. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead, like I said, and talk about these 6 songs, because tonight's technically a singles battle, the way we're labeling it. You know what I'm saying? Well, we've got a little list we've put together here, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Like I said, picked out some of the more powerful joints that we wanted to talk about. Again, this could also be volume 1. We could talk about songs down the line. But we're going to go ahead and name the 6 songs that we are speaking on tonight. And for specific reasons, we're going to go through that throughout the evening. Let's talk about the sequence, Funk You Up, the classic, R.I.P. Angie Stone. If you didn't know, Angie Stone was part of the group. So if those don't know, R&B songstress, queen of what she does was obviously an R&B singer, but she was also heavily involved on Sugar Hill Records, you know what I'm saying? And was initially there when hip hop was bubbling, you know what I'm saying? I mean it like bubbling, and even down to the label. It was one of the initial first hip hop labels that really started to put their work in that early on. We're also talking about another contribution from the same label. Let's talk about the Funky 4+1 featuring MC Sha Rock, one of the first female MCs on the scene. Early on, I think DJ Hobo put me on too. I think we're talking about Saturday Night Live.
Yep.
One of the first times I see hip hop, period. And you saw a woman with 4 dudes. It was crazy. It was kind of cool. You know, so we're talking about That's the Joint. If you don't know, again, we're going to refresh your memory, and we're going to put all these songs out because we're playing nothing but music tonight. Like I said, nothing but music. That's what we do, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Who do you got? Let's go to Roxanne Shante. Pardon me, Roxanne Shante, the queen. For those who don't know, she has
The Queen from Queens.
Queen from Queens. She has a biopic. I think it still might be on Netflix. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, check it out. Fire-ass movie. Dope story. Shout out to the Queen. And we're going to talk about little Roxanne's Revenge, one of her most highest played songs on the DSPs from when I was looking at numbers today. So Roxanne's Revenge, that's a little goodie right there. Let's move on to the next record. We couldn't talk about women's representation. I don't want to say female. We're going to talk about women. Women's representation in hip hop. Wow, these 2 queens right here representing Queens. We talk about Salt-N-Pepa with the classic Push It. Listen, I know there's songs before that. We're not going in any kind of order. We're talking about songs that made an impact. And Push It, if I'm not mistaken, that shit still gets checks today because it's in a ton of movies. It's always in a movie or something, or a video game or
It's
something.
in everything, son. It's in
Everything. Commercials, the whole 9. So we got to talk about Push It. We're going to talk about Lady B. That's right. We're going to talk about Lady B. We're going to do a little history lesson on Lady B to the beat, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. And wrapping things up, song number 6, Tanya Wineley with Rhymin' Rappin'. I was new to this. You know what I'm saying? This was an education for me tonight with these last 2 records. Kind of like something that you may have heard in the past, but you'd never really quite put your finger on, like who is that exactly, we're gonna study and talk about those particular records tonight. So that's what's going on tonight. Like I said, we're gonna come up with a random rotation of what these records will be battling each other as. I just want to shout out to everybody in the room, like I said, and give everybody a shout out. Shout out to my man DJ Hobo, representing Virginia 2 Up, 2 Down.
That's right, son.
Al Content in the building, representing that ATL, sir. With the popping, sir.
No
Okay,
doubt.
on silent mode. It's all good. I know.
No doubt. Happy to be here, man.
I'm glad to have you back, brother. My man, the
Yeah,
good
man.
Reverend Doctor, representing the North Kakalaka.
Yo, yeah, man. Navigating these country roads is still new for me, man.
East Coast boy, it gets tough. Shout out to my man all the way down on the East Coast, as far East Coast as we get. Long Island, Strong Island in the building. Street FM representative, Ike Infamous. What's going on, Playboy?
Salute, my brother. How you doing? Peace, and to everyone checking us out, man.
Yeah, man. Like you said, we had to have a full room tonight. Like I said, my man all the way from the West Coast, the real Cool B, aka Cool Breeze, sir. Good to have you back, man.
Thank you. What's up?
I knew when it came to the ladies of hip hop, I had to have your commentary here tonight. So I'm curious to see what you're going to say tonight.
Let's shake the house breeze.
Shake the house, breeze, bringing down the house.
I'm all in it.
Shout out to my man DJ Scandalous, aka Baba Midi. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's good, man?
Like I said, definitely want to hear your contribution. Well, your take on a lot of the contributions that went down as far as production and this music that we're talking about tonight. Again,
No doubt.
celebrating the best hip hop pioneers singles battle, celebrating women's history. Let's talk to my man Triple C from Queens, executive producer Triple C from Queens. What is up, sir?
What's up?
We're gonna go ahead, like I said, get started. Again, the rounds have already been established. Round number 4, going up against round number 2, Salt and Pepper would Push It, going up against the Funky 4+1.
You mean song number 2 against song number 4, not round.
Down.
rounds.
My bad,
Come on,
exactly.
man. Come on.
I'm already
Come
slipping.
on, man.
I'm so excited about this evening.
We're trying to put our best foot forward. We're trying to put our best foot forward. And this is how we start.
Trying to get those subscribers, man. Come on.
I'm moving to 991. You know what I'm saying? One at a time. Round number 2, which will be coming up after that, we are looking at the sequence, Funk You Up, going up against Tanya Winley, rhyming and rapping. That's interesting right there.
That a government?
Yeah,
Sweet
so
tea.
Tanya Winley
He goes
apparently
by
had
Sweet Tea.
Sweet
tea.
Two
So
E's.
it's,
Sweet
let's just go at
tea.
Sweet Tea tonight.
Southside, baby, stand up.
Wait,
Salute.
is that Sweet Tea from Southside Sweet
Yeah.
Tea?
No,
Yes.
because there's another sweet tea. That's
I
from
know.
Philly.
That's
So that's not that one.
That's
Okay.
not. It's my beat, Sweet Tea. But shout out to
Oh,
him.
oh,
It's
all
sweet
right.
tea,
Oh, I
man.
got I was like, Southside was in the
one-
building.
Yeah, one is spelled with just the T, the other one's with T-E-E. The one later on
Yeah.
from Philly is with the T-E-E. So this we talking about Sweet Tea, first woman, arguably first woman ever recorded on a hip hop song. So
That's right.
Obviously, wrapping up round number 3. Contribution number 5, Lady B to the Beat. Going up against contribution number 3, Roxanne Shante, Roxanne's Revenge. Yeah, it's going to be a good night tonight, man.
I think that started it all. Oof.
Say again?
I was just saying Roxanne's Revenge, that's what started it all, man.
It's, yeah. I
Some
mean,
of us know. Some of us know, man. That was ridiculous.
Oh,
again, very dope documentary if you want to catch up on any kind of, like I said, history lesson on Roxanne Shante, because
yeah, and she got the channel on Sirius right now.
Yeah.
And
She's on
The
Rock
Nice Day podcast.
She's on
yeah,
Rock
and she got the Lifetime Achievement Award for the Grammys. Let's give her her flowers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
She's
super dope.
doing it this
Dope.
year. That was just a month ago. Yep.
we see what the rounds are going to be. Again, every Monday night we do this. Please follow us, Eats, Beats, and Rounds. Like I said, don't forget to check out the merch. Shout out to all the ladies. We got some cool lady sizes in the merch side, the merch site. Make sure that DJ Hope, if you can get that up. And again, support the channel just by like showing up and commenting and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, anything else is extra. We appreciate it. Let's go ahead and start things off. Round number 1.
But before you set it off, just know, I mean, it happened in August, but you talk about the queens of this. You got to give a shout out to Cindy Campbell. That is Kool Herc's sister,
Yep.
because
Started
the
it
party that is credited with being the
birthday
first
party, right?
hip hop party
all. Mhm.
on Cedric Ave was actually a back to school party for her to buy school supplies and clothes, and she hired him to DJ the party. So that was that joint. So it was really his sister that threw that party.
Yep.
Okay,
And she became a
okay.
big promoter she was promoting everything after that. So yeah, that was the start of it, man.
Yeah.
That was initiation
Campbell,
right
yep.
there.
Kool Herc's sister.
Let's go ahead, like that, set things off with a little something from, like I said, from around that era. We're talking about some early I think all of these songs are are all early 80s music right here, mid to early 80s.
A couple of them are 79.
Yep.
Okay,
So these,
interesting.
yeah.
Do you know which
Mhm.
ones? Well, for
Yeah,
example,
Funk
Song
You
with
Up
Salt
is
and Pepper.
79.
is Funky
Funk
4
You Up
plus
is-
1 is 79?
No.
No.
Funk You Up is 79. To the Beach Y'all is 79. And Rapping and Rhyming is 79.
That's
No
right.
shit. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start off first with Salt and Pepper Push It, which was I think 89, right?
88.
It was like
I was in
87,
third
like
grade.
87.
Yeah.
87, actually.
Yeah,
87.
yeah.
Pardon me. There you
Mhm.
go. 87. I like the accuracy because it's important that we get these things right.
Absolutely.
Going up against Funky 4 plus 1. That's the joint, which you're saying is what year? Funky 4 plus 1?
That gotta be like 83, 84.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like 83, 84. Exactly.
Yeah.
See if we can figure this out as we go. Let's go ahead and start things off. Funk You Up featuring the late great Angie Stone. Again, she was in the group. So pay attention. Rest in peace to Angie Stone. This is the sequence, Funk You Up. Some of y'all might even recognize it.
I keep going, I keep going, I keep going. Don't you give up? I keep going, I keep going, I keep going. Don't you give up? I keep going, I keep going, I keep going. Don't you give up? I keep going, I keep going, I keep
Song
going.
is long as hell, by the way.
Right on up, we're gonna funk you right on up. 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 I said get up, 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 get up. Sit back down. Right on up, we're gonna funk you right on up. Funk you right on up. We're gonna funk you right on up. I said get up, 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 get up. Sit back down. Right on up, we're gonna funk you right on up. Funk you right on up. We're gonna funk you right on up. Hey, you sitting over there. You better get up out of your chair and work your body down. No time to funk around, cause we gon' funk you right on up. We're gonna funk you right on up. I'm gonna funk you up, boy. Right on up, we're gonna funk you right on up. I'm gonna funk you up, boy. Right on up, we're gonna funk you right on up. I'm gonna funk you up, boy. Right on up, we're gonna funk you right on up. I said get up, 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 get up. Sit back down. Right on up, we're gonna funk you right on up. Right on up,
Gotta
we're
skip
gonna
ahead to the
funk
rap.
you right on up. Don't you give up? I keep going. I keep going. I keep going. Don't you give up? I keep going. I keep going. I keep going.
I think it's at like the 6-minute mark, somewhere around there.
My name is Gwyneth, but they call me Blondie. I'm better known as the one and only. I'm 5'2", built so fine, 36, 26, 36 down. I'm better known as Pecan Tan, a sequence freak with all the fans. So when I clap my hands and I stomp my feet, I jam to the sound of the sequence beat. I wave your hands in the air, I wave them like you just don't care, like a Ginger Rogers and a Fred Astaire. My main man, a Yogi Bear. I said a hip my jazz and a rasp my jazz, and I jam to the disco beat. And if you can move your body like you move your hands, then I'm sure you can move your feet. Cause I'm supersonic, I'm a 3X tonic. When I'm not down, I'm up. When I get real hungry, I run to the store and get in my Reese's cup. I watch TV on my own. You got a yabba dabba do, afraid of Flintstone. I'm sweeter than candy, I'm sweeter than honey. That's why they call me Blondie. I'm super cool and I'm super fine, and I'm one of a kind to shock your mind. And you can ring my bell all through the night, or you can rock my body to the early light. Or don't ring my bell, saying please if you cannot fulfill my needs. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast. Call my name from coast to coast, from the coast of California to the shore of Maine. Everybody love the way I play my game. Say I got more rhymes in the back of my mind than Benedict. I love us. I say I got style and I got class. I don't talk, my stuff is too fast. Say I'm cold as ice, I'm twice as nice. I get more sick than a cat chase mice. Blondie, hey, that's me. I'm rapping in the key of R.A.P. I said bye bye baby boogie, a boogie. boogie, baby, boogie, baby, boogie, boogie, goodbye. I said bye-bye, baby, boogie.
You sure didn't believe in 16s back then?
Boogie, boogie, goodbye. And you heard the raps of Blondie, and it was all the way live. I said, Blondie, hey, that's me. I'm rapping in the key of R&A. Said a ring, ding, dong, ring, ding, 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 dong.
A word?
Ring, ding, dong.
I know.
Ring, ding, 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 dong. They call me Cheryl, and I tell you why, 'cause I got such sexy bedroom eyes. When I pop them out and you look surprised, I got you.
I didn't know about that.
My love is strong if you can stand to be within my sexy trance. But don't let this scare you all about me. I'm a jealous lady and that you see. If I don't get the things that I mention, that's when I start crying for attention. Attention, that's what I say. And things just always go my way. Well, I talk a lot, but I'm really shy. My loving ways just get me by. I write the baddest sounds around. I'm guaranteed to throw down. The only difference between you and me, and that is that I'm sexy. I'm an angel possessed with some devilish eyes, with a curvy hips to make your nature rise.
Ooh, to make your nature rise. They was doing that little.
Yo, Jules, man. Yo, Jules, man. Yo, can I ask you a question?
I already know what you're gonna say. So I know I introduced Salt and Pepper versus Funky 4+1.
Okay.
And my crate, the way my crate was set up. Was,
What had happened
was the way my crate was set up. I said, "Oh, that's the wrong, you know what I'm saying, Sugar Hill Gang record." And they both in sleeves.
Oh my God.
But we might as well stick to this round right here. Again, it was round number 2. Now it's round number 1.
Stick to the round. Just stick to the round.
We're gonna stick to the round. You know what I'm saying? Again, rest in peace to Angie Stone, the queen. Like I said, very fire joint. Didn't know so many things were lifted from that record. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
No, you know.
inspired so many in hip hop.
A lot.
Yep.
That's what happens when you listen to the whole record.
Yes.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and do a lot of that
Thank
for
you,
the
Guru.
next record right now. Tanya Winley, aka Sweet Tea, featuring Paulette Winley, with the Rhymin' and Rappin', one of the most played records by her according to the DSPs. Let's go ahead and go and play that.
Is this where Dylon got it from? Rapping and rhyming, ripping and rapping?
5 times apparently?
Oh shit.
How's that volume though? It's funky radio. Somebody had to have looped that by now.
I don't think so.
Really? It's so basic but fire though.
Everybody rocking the mic, you see. My brother gangster, my sister Sweet Tea. And all I did was listen to them and dance. Then finally I said, hey, it's my chance to rock the mic, to make you high. I show you that I'm qualified. And if you're wondering what my friends call me, I go by the name of Paulette T. And now I'm here, I'm ready to jam. I come from the borough of Manhattan. You see, I rock you high and I rock you low. Nobody rock you better than this, I know. From the dirt place, NYC, where there are many fly guys and young ladies. But see to it, you have some fun, cause when it comes to rocking, the city's the one. I came to jam you off your feet. Anyone try to compete? You see, I'll take on 1, and I'll take on 12. I'll even take on all. Oh, what the hell? You see, just messing around, they're just playing the part of the neighborhood clown. You see, they really know how to turn the tables. They just want you to think that they're unable. First, they start you off with a well-known tune, and then you start to dance as you usually do, and then they start to play a little style of taste that make you start to think you're in a different place. Well, then you stop a while to realize that these are just the same old guys. Well, then you're wondering just how they change, and then you say to them, they're just not the same. Then they go on and on and on and on, and they're not ready to stop until the break of dawn. This is Sweet Tea on your radio dial, and I'll be with you for just a little while, or long enough to say my rhymes. I can't say them all, cause there ain't enough time. I got rhymes to lie and rhymes galore, and when I finish with those, I still got more, because they're coming up my ears and out of my eyes. They are so devastating, you will be surprised. MC Sweet Tea is my DJ name. I'm in the history books and the Hall of Fame. I rock so good and I rock so in heaven. Take 2 steps straight and turn to your right. Go down a flight of stairs and over the side. You're in a daze to the count of 3, cause you can't believe what your eyes are seeing. When you get to Earth, they won't believe your story. So you take out your book and you take inventory on the deaf equipment the God has granted me for rocking the heavens so viciously. You count 15 speakers in each corner of the sky. A case of brew and some deaf get high. A mic for every member of the gangster crew. 2 turntables you can see right through. A serious mixer and I almost forgot 3 echo chambers and a deaf beatbox.
Yo, Lady B. I mean, not Lady B, my man, Tanya Winley.
That's Sweet Tea. And so Paulette was her
Sweet
sister
Tea.
that
Yo,
went
yeah,
first.
Paulette was first.
Yeah, but Sweet Tea got bars. Yeah.
Yo, Sweet Tea,
I
Tanya.
mean, keep in mind, this is 1979. This is the first. I just want to preface this for everybody. This was the first ever recorded woman, like rap song, right? So it was her and her sister. So it wasn't a solo. So later on, we're gonna hear Lady B, which was a solo, the first recorded solo woman hip hop's record recorded.
Hey, Mom, were you in the studio when they were recording that joint?
I was. I was. I actually was the promoter. You know what I'm saying? I took 20% because I was just an asshole. You know what I mean? But no. Leave me alone, man. I was like 4 years old, man. So, anyway, but yeah.
No, listen, he's absolutely right. I mean, first of all, let's recap what we just listened to. We just basically listened to the sequence. Like I said, Funk You Up, followed by Tanya Winley, aka Sweet Tea, which I would assume is her sister, right? Is her sister
Paulette is her sister. That's the first one.
Right, it is her sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's Paulette T also?
Yeah. That's what she called her, so. Paulette T.
Yeah, it was getting it in.
Makes total sense.
79, man.
There you go. So yeah, these women helped lay the foundation for future MCs, future even female MCs, right? Because again, they were early on breaking barriers in a male-dominated industry. Funky Right On Up was released by The Sequence in 1980, apparently. The Sequence was one of the first female rap groups consisting of Angie Stone, as we talked about, formerly Angie B is what she went by, as well as Cheryl the Pearl and Blondie. I kept hearing Blondie's name in there, and I thought maybe like they were like writing rhymes for Blondie from like Debbie Harry Blondie, because
She got down with them later. She was down
maybe
with
right. I
Flash,
mean, because
so,
like Blondie helped introduce one of the groups we're talking about later on tonight, the Funky 4+1 on national television, Saturday Night Live. That was like 1981, if I'm not mistaken. That's that. They were again Sugar Hill Records, big label at the time, and what Mal mentioned also, Lady B, To the Beat Y'all, 1979. So definitely was ahead of time. And it was one of the first recorded rap songs by a female MC. So you got the first female MC, like he said, on record, followed by one of the first female groups to be sort of put out into the public as well about a year later. So interesting 2 records to first start out the battle. Again, not how I labeled it at first. So on the editing side, pay attention. You know what I'm saying, Max?
Hey, yo, real quick though. I want to, since Good Rev is up there dropping knowledge, I want to drop my little bit of knowledge.
Oh shit, go ahead.
Before we go to the other stuff, right? So, so now Sugar Hill Records, right? Sugar Hill Records was founded by this woman named Sylvia Robinson. Now, Sylvia Robinson was she was a former singer back in the day. She had a couple of hits, back in like the 50s and 60s. She had a hit from the 50s that I know for a fact every single person here and in the chat room have heard it. You may not have realized it, but you've heard it. So, but she did it as part of a group. It was called Mickey and Sylvia. But she was like a songwriter, a singer, all that type of stuff. It's a Black woman that founded Sugar Hill Records back in 1979. So, the first actual hip hop label that actually put out the first big ever hip hop hit, like on radio and stuff like that, was owned and founded by a Black woman. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a woman, man. You know what I mean? So that's crazy history to know, women's history to know and be acknowledged of. And now the song, just so people want to like look it up real quick if you're on the chat. The song is called "Love Is Strange." Now y'all may this is like from the 50s. Y'all may remember this song. This is like a real big hit, but it was in Dirty Dancing. You hear it on like all kind of things. They just like play. It's one of those songs, those forever songs that they just play on stuff. And then when you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is that song? So,
she's legendary. Like I said, she been putting down for a minute. She earned the right to steal from her future artists down the line.
What'd you say, please?
No, I was saying maybe we could play the song later on. So
maybe so.
Yeah, I mean, if the song was in Dirty Dancing, just about every woman walking this earth has heard that song.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah, it was big. It was big. It was a big hit though.
Professor Dash dropping that knowledge.
Right. So
let's go ahead and see.
sorry for I just want to throw a couple nuggets out there myself.
Go ahead.
From the sample perspective, that the Funk You Up was sampled by Dr. Dre, Erykah Badu, Jimmy from Boogie Down Productions, De La Soul, and the one that I didn't know, I had to look this up, the Make It Rough, Make It Smooth with Ice Cube.
Off his first album, his first solo album, right?
Off of Lethal Injection.
Oh, Lethal Injection. Okay.
A word?
Fourth. Yeah.
A lot of gems. Again, like I said, even just vocally, there were some things that I recognized there. That definitely.
I mean, just the way it was used in Jimmy, man, it's just hilarious to me. Like I
right.
You know, obviously BDP, I love that song, but every time I hear it, I'm just like start cracking up because the sample was just perfect. You know what I mean? It's like ding ding. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right.
And that's an educational song.
It sure
is. It is. That's pretty good.
The teacher, he's teaching. You know what I'm saying? Let's find out what the room is thinking, because the voting booth is actually closing the chat room, so we're gonna find out what they got going in a few minutes. But for now, I want to go ahead and address everybody in the room. Let's start with my DJ Scandalous. Between the Sequence and Tanya Winley, who do you got?
I'm going with the Sequence. I like first. I mean, it's been used before, so I recognize where those samples came from, and even just hearing it again right now, I'm gonna have to throw this in the MP again. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just add on to it. You know what I mean?
The beats from being in the MP off the sample.
Matter of fact, DJ Scandalous, I challenge you. Witness the challenge, chat room. If you can get a beat out of that record in time for the intro for this episode when it drops.
Okay.
We'll have an official change up for the first time on our beat for our episode. So that will be in a month from now.
You can do that shit tonight, man.
I think you can too. I think Andy should turn the camera on and go live, but that's neither here nor there.
When the idea is fresh, he gonna knock that shit out, man. I heard Stan's beats. I already know.
Listen, the good Reverend has spoken, and the Rev has a direct channel. You know what I'm saying, from your mouth to God's ears. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, let's talk to you, good Rev. Like I said, so we got Scans voting for the Sequence. He's getting ready to put it into the MP. Who do you got?
I mean, it's kind of tough, man, because at the time, shit, I'm born in '79. So by the time I was listening to this record, it was about 3-4 years old already. And
I was today years old. I'm not gonna lie. So for me, both these records are fire because, again, first of all, just impressive period, right? Add to the fact, and only because of the time period, that it was women. It was like, oh shit, these women are going in.
But no, this is just an add-on. Being that rap was so new, this is an add-on to the new cleanup music, which was rap. These were records my dad and mom were playing, you know what I'm saying, to clean up the crib on the weekends. I'm gonna have to probably go with the Sequence.
You going to Sequence too? Fair enough. Yeah. We got another vote in there by the Rev. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to my man DJ Hobo for a second. Hobo, between these two records, the Sequence and Tanya Winley, who do you got?
I gotta I know we didn't make it to that point, so maybe we will as we get through it, but Angie Stone's verse was pretty tough on Funk You Up, man. And just
did I skip her verse?
No, it's after that one.
And we didn't make it to it, but that's all right. We'll get to it.
She's still further down the line?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
She was last. She was last I
I either hit it on the nail, I was like, or I skipped her. And you're like, no, we didn't even get there yet. Like
6 minutes more.
10 minutes long?
It's a 10-minute song.
Yeah, so she was at the end. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Funk You Up, man. I like that song, and I like that song even before doing this homework and everything. I've always liked that song.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Talk to my man over here, Ike Infamous. Ike, I want to ask you the same question, but I want to preface it by asking you on the production. Like that was like live music, right? That wasn't samples back then. That was like live
for the Funk You Up. Yeah,
both of them, I think, right?
Music. Yeah,
yeah, both records.
Yep.
Did you say preface instead of preface?
Yeah, I've been doing that lately. I like putting spin on shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to invent my own done language. You know what I'm saying? Call it the eats language. We call it the eats language.
The Slimmy, I guess it's not Demi Moore's. Demi's tractor trailer, huh?
I said I caught one of our other episodes. I said, so we've come to a concisus tonight. And I was like, what the fuck is a concisus?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Let me get what you rolling, yo.
Word.
I want to misspell shit and mispronounce.
I give him this again. I just wanted to talk to you. You know, because you get down on the boards. Like I said, I thought it was kind of interesting that it was like all live music and get your vote at the same time. What do you want to do here? As far as
that's one of the dope things about hip hop and just the evolution of hip hop and where it's at now. That so much equipment and everything still tries to get music that sounds like original live instruments. That's always one of the best things you can do with EQ in your music if you get it correctly. And I mean, like just for me, just sitting here vibing out and listening to the music, just thinking about when I hear older rap music, and so I always get lost in like what was that first moment like when you first heard that record. You know what I mean? Like for me, it was that Wu-Tang and it. So like when these records came out, it was otherworldly. You know what I mean? This was just so brand new and so dope. And I think the Funk You Up had I think the production on that was really super dope, but I'm gonna have to just go with the sequence, man. I'm gonna have to go with the sequence on it. There's something about it. I don't know if it's because you can hear all the hip hop quotables in the record solidifying, like you were saying before, Jules, solidifying on how iconic the record is. You know what I mean? But there's just something about the sequence, man.
The sequence getting another vote right there. Technically, the math is math, and again, we're gonna figure out what everybody else around the room is thinking. Man, Triple C in the building. Between these two records, sir, which are you going with?
I'm going with the sequence
as well.
Yeah, the other joint I never heard it until today. I never heard that.
Okay. Well, again, it's an education for everybody that you know what I'm saying? We're here to do. Leaving last but not least, whose vote did I not get? I'm sorry. Cool Breeze. Breeze, what were you thinking between the sequence and Tanya Winley?
I'm going with the sequence. I think both songs were good, but you know, the sequence just kind of edged it out for me.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a little something to it. Like it makes me want to have an afro when I listen to the sequence.
With the old train, baby.
The pick with the fist on.
Like this. So big
Jules,
old fist.
Jules, I know my vote don't matter, but you didn't get my vote. But
my bad, son.
Just out of respect, what I'm going to do, you know, I know it don't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my vote in for Sweet Tea. And the reason why is just the simple fact that it was like the first one, right? So the fact that, you know, and the funniest thing is, man, she got another song where it's just her solo. It's called Vicious Rap. And she kills that one. The beat is better to me in that one. But, you know, we were going with the very first, the one she did with her sister.
Right.
But, you know, I also think about the fact that, you know, with both these records, they were out at a time when disco was kind of like just still kind of big, phasing out a little bit, but still kind of big. So that you got a lot of that influence. You got those instruments and that kind of beat, and they're singing a lot and all that stuff. So, you know, it's going to have a certain type of sound. That's why the songs are damn, you know, 10 minutes long and whatever else. They're just long as hell. But yeah, I just give respect to, like, you know, when Sweet Tea, I noticed everybody reacted differently when Sweet Tea actually started rapping because her sister, you know, but when Sweet Tea started like just flowing and stuff, everybody was like, damn, that's impressive.
I want to say something about that beat. Like, I think you hit the nail on the head, Mal, with that beat. It sounded like one of those beats you would, like, if you're watching like a 70s black exploitation movie or something, that beat would be playing in the background. That's what the vibe I got from it. But I like the song though, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so I'll just put it out there for respect, but obviously everyone knows that like Funk You Up is the classic. It's to this day, you know, quotables and everything from the samples and all that stuff. So it's an amazing song. And of course, you know, much respect and, you know, love for, you know, Angie Stone. So, you know, but I just want to put it out there.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not gonna lie. The round is over. We're gonna announce the winner both in the chat room and in this room. But rhyme wise, Sweet Tea. She again, like you said, we all and again, it's relatively new to me at this point. Like I heard it earlier today, and then I heard it again tonight, and it was just like that's Sweet Tea, right? Like
and again, 1979. So rap was relatively 4 or 5 years old.
That's why I kind of agree with you.
Brand new.
Based on all these little facts,
and
the sound and flow in 79.
Yeah,
I would have went with the Tanya Winley, but we're gonna find out what the chat room was thinking. DJ Hobo, what were the results in the chat room with their voting booth?
Let me pull up the results. While I'm doing that, I just want to say the Vicious Rap song actually has the Diamond D sample in the beginning for Best Kept Secret.
What, the bass line?
No, the drums.
Yeah, the drums. Thank you. Yeah, the drums. Yep. And right in the beginning, it's
It's very short.
very short. Yes,
Like a little
it has
break.
it for sure. Yeah, that part. Yep. Funk You Up won 88%.
Again, Funk You Up, very popular record. Agreed. Rest in peace, Angie Stone. It's a great record, very popular record, even according to just DSP numbers. Like I said, rounds over. I can kind of give my vote, but I would have went Tanya Winley. But when it came to everybody else in this room, it looks like they felt exactly the same as the chat room, because not one single vote went to Tanya Winley in this particular case. The Sequence taking the win, round number 1. Pretty interesting. Already moving on. Sugar Hill Records in the running for tonight's Best Hip Hop Pioneers singles battle. And I believe Sugar Hill used to put out a lot of singles, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember, that their sleeve is like legendary in terms of record sleeves. If you know, you know. If you're not a record collector, you can fast forward this part of the conversation. But it's certain labels and imprints and logos.
So real quick, like history thing, whatever. So, obviously, she started off like the very first big band out of there, with Sugar Hill Gang. And everybody knows the story. She just found 3 random dudes that rapped and all, whatever. Instead of going to like Grandmaster Caz and Busy Bee and like all the
right.
But she ended up, after all the complaints about it and all that type of stuff, she went and signed them later. You know what I mean? So she got Treacherous 3 on the Sugar Hill record. I mean, there's a lot of classic. Obviously the Sequence, you know what I mean? Treacherous 3. So she did her thing. She did her homework. She did it the right way by getting all of them on that label. So it was a powerful label putting out stuff early on.
They're basically considered the first rap boy band.
Who is?
Sugar Hill Gang.
Sugar Hill Gang, because them niggas didn't know each other.
They didn't know each other.
I've heard the story, but I heard they're like from Jersey. They're not even from like New York City.
Big Bang Hank is from Jersey, but everybody else is from New York.
Are they? Okay. That's interesting. We're going to go ahead and, like I said, announce the winner of round number 1. Actually, we just did. The Sequence takes home the win, as we just mentioned. Same as the chat room. We're going to keep pushing forward. Like I said, we got more music to play, more facts to drop, more stories to tell. Don't forget, every Monday night, like I said, we're here live on Twitch. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. 10 subscribers away as of tonight. I don't know if anyone wants to do a live check on our YouTube channel, see if maybe we've bumped up by 1 or 2. I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't want to, assume anything, but we will be moving on to round number 2, which should have been the initial play. Again, in the editing world, everything's perfect, so don't worry about it. But here live, you get to see all the live mistakes and skips and fuck ups and hiccups. But round number 2, we are starting things off.
It's called bloopers.
It's called bloopers. We are starting out with some Queens out of Queens. The infamous Salt and Pepper with Push It going up against the Funky 4+1. That's the joint. Let's go ahead and start out with Salt and Pepper. This classic. We all know and love it. Don't be scared to sing along either. This particular case, rap along, right? Don't be scared to rap along. I've seen any of that get down to this record in the right bar setting. This might be the super long intro for all I know. Didn't even get to the keys yet. They don't start now. We got the super long intro. There you go.
It's a 16-bar intro.
I know, but there's a longer version, believe it or not. This is a super long intro one, right?
This sounds like the super long intro right here.
All you fly mothers, get on
That's a Herbie. Herbie had a run.
He had to be all on the record.
Go one more verse?
Yes.
Good. Give Pep some love. Give Pep some love.
Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Push it good.
Are those go-go drums?
Push it real good.
Probably. There's a lot of dance influence, man. You got to remember that.
Just
man.
percussion.
People want to dance and get down, man.
They got go-go songs. We can play those later.
Herbie was in his go-go bag too.
Yo, 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 baby pop, yeah, you come here, give me a kiss. Better make it fast or else I'm gonna get pissed. Can't you hear the music pumping hard like I wish you would? Now push it. Push it good. Push it real good. Push it
I
good.
see my feet is like,
Push it real good. Push it. Pick up on this. Pick up on this.
it wouldn't be Salt and Pepper
Pick up on this.
without the funky 4+1.
If you're ready for this, say you're ready for this. If you're ready for this, say you're ready for this. Are you ready for this? We're ready for this. Are you ready for this? We're ready for this. Where we just can't miss. We just can't miss. Where we just can't miss. With a beat
I
like
like this
this.
shit too though.
It's the joint. We're gonna prove to the world that we're for real. We're gonna prove to everybody we know the real deal. We got golden voices and hearts to steal. Because the 5 MCs, it got to be real. We wanna hear the party people yell Sugar Hill. So what's the deal? Sugar Hill. So what's the deal? Sugar Hill. Ooh. That's the joint.
That's a positive take.
We want y'all to hear. We're gonna make a lot of sense. We're gonna make it clear. We're gonna rock this place. We're gonna use some class. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna make it last. We got Brahms on our minds. We got rockin' in the heart. And now the things we do, you can call it art. We're bad. We're slick. We're doing it hip. We're gonna rock this record. And don't you forget. That's the joint. Because Little Ronnie C is the melody. And Keith help me rock, we sing in harmony. Because Jeff is the rhythm and K is the bass. Shop, rock, shocking the whole darn place. And now here's a little story you got to be told. The party people in the place got a whole lot of soul. So when we're on the mic, y'all shocking the house. And when we all get together, we can turn it out. Now we're in the house, as you can plainly see. Everybody say, get funky, and make money, and you don't stop. Give it to us now. Funk it up. Get funky. Let's go to work. Come on. Say I got money and I can jerk. To the beat that makes you wanna rap. Come on, shout rock, cut out the crap. Just turn on your mic and start to rap. And let everybody know you can never be the whack. You know that. And you know that. And I know. And she knows and we know that. We know what shout rock. When I rap funky phone, I can never be the whack. And we hate shout rock. She's the joint. It up, y'all. Do it up. The shout rock is gonna show you how you get real rough. I'm shout rock and I can't be stopped. Full off the fly, guys. I will hit the top. Well, I can do it for the ones go weak and strong, and I can do it for the ones that are right or wrong. Well, I'm listed in the column that's classified. I can be a nurse and I'm qualified to talk about respect. I won't neglect. My strategy is for you to see, so don't turn away by what I say. Cause I'm bad when I'm talking to you. Therefore, fly brothers who could do it too. The party people in the place is just for you. So get down, get on down. I'm the plus one more and I'm going down. She's the best female in this here town. And everybody know that I'm golden brown, and you know she's the joint. A fully young lady with nice fine styles. I'm the kind of MC to make women
jet stop. I'm Jazz the Jet with the most finesse. I'm down with the boss. I rock the mic the best. Cause I move the groove and I do it cool. Now rockin' you with you, I'm sure you prove. Cause I want a young lady with a lot of finesse. And she's got to be on.
Cause he's Jazzy Jeff.
She's got to be sweet, yes, fine and kind. And that's just the kind of woman I want to be mine. You know, he's the joy.
Woo, they was doing that live on TV.
Right.
You seen the kind of representation?
So iconic, bro.
Yeah.
So
Respect to
iconic.
Respect to SNL for having them on, man.
Both of
Respect
them
to
so
SNL.
iconic, man. Just listening, just hearing the hip hop quotables in the record, and you know what I mean. That's the joy. Shout out to EPMD.
I mean, let's talk about it real quick. I mean, shout out to Salt and Pepper. Like we know, groups like them have paved the way for lots of other groups down the line. But we got to give flowers what flowers are due. We're going to talk about the results of the round in a minute. Let's talk about again the Funky 4+1, but specifically, let's talk about, since we're celebrating Women's History Month, Sha-Rock, who is is she the +1, right? She's the +1.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't want to be. I'm a feminist. I didn't want to.
I see Jules trying to make sure he doesn't mess up and get himself in trouble this show. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No, because I stumbled on my vowels on one of the last shows. I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stumbled on a couple letters there. I didn't want to get caught up again. But we are, like I said, talking about Sha-Rock. We are obviously talking about her contribution to tonight's battle. With all due respect, obviously, you know what I'm saying. Let's talk about again her being considered one of the first female rappers to be widely considered,
A rapper?
Rapper to the game, basically. She was a member of the Funky 4+1, one of the earliest hip-hop groups in the late 1970s. She was a trailblazer in the male-dominated hip-hop scene, earning respect for her lyrical skills and stage presence. Her group, what we just heard, Funky 4+1, made history as the first hip-hop group to appear on national television when they performed on Saturday Night Live in 1981. Sha-Rock's contributions helped pave the way for the future of female MCs like Roxanne Shante, pardon me, that we're talking about tonight, Queen Latifah and MC Lyte as other examples. So Sha-Rock, dope verse, the whole group aesthetic, the whole call and chant, the beat, again, kind of like, I forgot who mentioned it earlier, my bad. It still had that disco kind of, element, but it was like, it was just fading out, but still there. They managed to still make it kind of cool. And then you got Salt and Pepper, different little bit of timeline, later down the line, obviously. Still super early when we're talking about hip hop period, but just to show the comparison of where two groups were at their point in times in two different eras, right? So let's talk about, like I said, the fact that Salt and Pepper's Push It is a kind of iconic record, I would say. It's
kinda.
What the hell's going on?
I'm being modest, relax. I'm being modest. Because I'm working, there's a lot of layers to unravel here. We're talking about, like I said, a group that's been around technically since the 80s, still touring and doing music today, still, like I said, still performing. I wish they would get, internal stuff together because, Spinderella is part of the group, if you ask me. But beyond all of that stuff, like I said, these women have put it down. One of their biggest records is obviously Push It. I chose this one because of the period in time in which it came out, but which record do you think of their catalog is the most played record in their catalog?
It's that one.
It's Push It.
I like
Push It.
Might sound nice.
Clearly that one.
No, it's Push It. Push It is in an Old Navy commercial. Come
The
on.
most played is Push It.
Yeah, the most played is Push It.
So listen, there's a reason we're talking about Push It.
I think it's because I think there's a reason Jules is asking this question, and I'm going to say it's either Shake Your Thing or Express Yourself.
Express Yourself. That's the other one I was thinking of. That's the other one I was thinking of. Express
Yeah,
Yourself was a big record.
For a little
That's
bit.
later on.
That's
I
dope.
love that album.
we talking
but I
about
didn't
the
know
first-
that played.
Talking about
still
their first
think-
album.
I mean, What a Man is dope too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we talking about their first.
No, we're not talking about the first. I
No.
said in their catalog. So
Oh,
very short.
No, Push It is still the number one.
Push It has to
Push
be.
It, there's a reason
that
we're
has
talking
to be
about
the number
It
one.
has to be.
Yeah.
There's no.
There's a reason we're talking about Push It, and the reason is because it fell into the 80s. That's it. Because technically, by not a large amount, but a good amount. I mean, we're talking about a few 10 million plays or so, probably actually more than that. Technically, it would be like 60 million difference in number, but Shoop, their biggest playing record.
Oh, that's the other record.
And that
Yeah.
was big.
Yeah,
Big record.
And that was the biggest selling album. That was the biggest selling album too.
Followed by Push It. And again,
what about Trent?
And these videos, I think the videos played a big part in both of these records, Push It and Shoop. You know what I mean? Because those were both two iconic big.
I mean, those were 5 and 6 years apart, though.
Yeah. Well, wait, no, more than that, I think.
Probably more than that.
Because all right, now peep this. So like the first, like what is it? Hot, Cool, and Vicious. This is the album that had Push It on it, right?
Right.
And it's funny. Just a little background story of me. I actually was playing like kid baseball, little league baseball back then, and one of the kids' fathers. This dude would sell like bootleg tapes, right? That's all I had money for.
With the blurry covers?
Yeah, man. Yeah, the blurry, exactly. At the same time, I bought Paid in Full from Eric B. and Rakim.
Oh.
Hot, Cool, and Vicious from Salt and Pepper. And there was like one other, like a third one. I forgot which other one. So it was like those 3 I got at the same time. So I might have been a little late, like maybe, because Salt and Pepper, the original version of that album came out in like really late 86. I'm telling you, 86.
Yeah, there's
so
different versions.
actually, so technically, Push It, actually, there was a version of Push It that was out in 1986, real late, and then they kind of remixed it. And now this is how long ago I had this. I had a cassette of it, right, the tape of it. So the first song, like if you listen to the album now, the first song is Push It. Back then, the first song was like it was either I forget if it was either Beauty and the Beat or the Showstopper, and like Push It was the very last song. But when they kind of put it out there, and it was like all this buzz, and I think Herbie kind of remixed it and stuff like that, it just blew up. And it blew up gigantic.
It sounded way different.
They kind of changed it up a little bit. They added a little more to it, but it wasn't that. I don't think it was that different. Good Rev. It was different. They changed some things up, like the the chords and stuff a little bit or whatever. They hyped it up more, but it was still like a very dancey, the dancey type song, like the
It had that electro feel to it with them keyboard.
It was still up tempo, but it was just like you said, they switched up a couple chords, a couple words here and there.
Definitely made it more like they hyped it up more and more. So it's definitely the better version that we're here that we all know. But it wasn't even bad initially. But there was like a whole thing with them, man, because they. But anyway, I just wanted to get that little background because it's like, and on top of that, man, y'all got to be nice to Herbie, man, because y'all got to realize, no disrespect to these women, right? But Herbie wrote that whole first album. He produced the whole first album, wrote the whole first album. So you got to give him his respect too. So he can be all up in the videos or do whatever because
he dated some of the women on that album.
He dated Salt. Yeah, Salt was his woman. So you know how it go. But I mean, later on, like their biggest selling album. So first of all, I want to drop this other nugget. Hot, Cool, and Vicious was the first ever female rap group album to go platinum. That was the one. So they made history with Hot, Cool, and Vicious. And of course, the big push was from Push It. Tramp was big. I'll Take Your Man was big. But Push It was the one. That was the one. So I mean, like, made history with that album. It was an amazing album. But later on, like that Very Necessary album with Shoop on it, that joint sold like 4 or 5 million.
That was the MTV.
They were crazy in the 90s, dude.
Yeah, that's when MTV was. That's the MTV generation.
Man. They sold like
MTV
crazy.
would gravitate to one hip hop or 2 hip hop things at a time, like probably them and Naughty by Nature at that time.
Yeah,
and like we're gonna push these 2. You know what I'm saying? Not even to fault them. Like they played into it as well, because I think on that same album you're talking about is where they had Let's Talk About Sex, and that was the whole promotion of this is again sounds so normal today, like, but that wasn't normal back then.
That was a big movement too,
and especially for women to be addressing it, and not necessarily in the provocative way that
they were talking about safe sex. You know what I mean? They were keeping it. It was educational. You know what I mean?
Here's the other thing too. The record's fire.
It's like
it'd be different if it's like a whack PSA kind of record. It's like,
and
it's good. Let's talk about sex, babe. It's got a bop to it, like
huge.
I mean, it was at a time where education about the subject was very, very, very heightened. Within
it was needed. It was needed.
It was not only was it needed, but I'm saying it was kind of like, I'm not gonna say overzealous because it wasn't everything, but it needed to be at everything. I mean, every TV show. I'll be looking at like old TV shows. I was watching Rock the other day, and In Vogue doing the theme song. After a while, they started doing the live cover shows, and then I was watching Just Another Girl on the IRT, and I'm thinking about what music was like at that time, and there were plenty of women rappers that were killing shit, but the messaging was different. You know what I'm saying? Like they were going for a different Yeah, it was more. It was definitely more conscious, but they were still having fun. So it was. That's a crazy line to straddle.
Yeah.
Pause, but
And I feel you. Let's get in some votes around the room real quick while we keep talking about these records. Shout out to everybody in the chat that keeps joining the conversation. Like I said, it's kind of packed right now. I don't got good eyesight at this moment, but like I said, shout out to all of y'all.
Psalmist just joined in. What's up?
Psalm, shout out to you. Let's go ahead. Matter of fact, Mal, quickly, because you went on you got your team.
Oh, I did. That's true.
Who do you got?
Well, look, man. Enough respect to both. You know what I mean? Like, obviously that sample that they use in Funky 4+1 song, and that's the joint that's been used. Positive. Everybody's used it. You know what I mean? It's a classic song, samples, all that stuff. But there's no going against. Man, Push It was so large and it's still so large. It's just like a otherworldly, forever song. Amazing. So I gotta go Push It. You know what I mean? So S&P. Queens from Queens.
Queens from Queens. Good Rev. Who do you got between the Funky 4+1 and Salt and Pepper?
man, I don't know. just for the reasons that he gave, because I can't. Let me explain something to you. In 1988, when this record came out, there was this girl in class, Angela. She had real bad eyes. Her glasses was real thick, but she was cute. But she was just like, you saw the video? But when somebody look at you with some big ass eyes asking you if you seen the video, you kind of it sticks with you. And
can we just a segue, because it's part of that conversation, can we talk about how iconic Salt and Pepper looked in the Push It video?
The Dapper Dan jackets?
Were those Dapper Dan jackets?
Man, listen, I was going to save this for when it was my turn, but when I saw Salt and Pepper in that video and seeing them, dancing and rhyming, I was like, oh shit, this is what hip hop is. This is
you dancing too. I thought you was gonna talk about. Let's talk about the leotard,
the leather jackets, the leotards, and the
leotard,
the earrings, everything.
The gold, the dookie rope.
That was the look.
The earrings.
That became the look for the Around the Way girls for years,
right,
and we wasn't even mad at it. Wasn't even mad at it.
She had gold hair, yo.
Yep.
Think about that. Think about that. Like these records, but you know what? I'm putting my vote in. My vote is for Push It, right? But Push It was so iconic and so impactful in so many ways, bro. It's unremarkable. It's like unbelievable how it's so relevant still to this day. For how much it was, for how much it was played, for how much the video was played, for the styles, the dance techniques and the moves and everything like that. It inspired so many people, and it is still relevant today, bro.
Here's the thing about Push It, right? Like I wanna vote for the other record just based off of my musical taste, or I vote for records on this show on how often I'm gonna listen to it. And as much as I love Push It, I'm not playing it. I can hear Push It on a commercial, you know what I'm saying? And the thing that made Push It so relevant to me is that these were girls that looked like the girls where we lived.
Yeah.
That were doing this. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, we're that dope too. And it's
you can't clean up the crib to Push It.
Not on a weekly basis.
Real quick. We'll get it clean real quick, bro.
Wait, but Rev, I still need your vote though, Rev. You're dancing hard right now.
No, I'm voting for Funky 4+1.
You are going Funky 4. Okay, you guys, we got Rev. First vote on the Funky 4+1. DJ Scanless.
I'm sorry, Pep.
Scan, what are you thinking about?
I'm going to Push It.
You're going to Push It. Scan putting his vote down. Triple C, what are you thinking, sir?
What the fuck?
Yeah, Funky 4+1 for me.
Oh, you going Funky 4+1?
Yeah, I think they were the first ones to go that back and forth that we always like.
I think that was like the style back then, that hip hop kind of like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I call it the Jurassic 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, But I mean, obviously they weren't the first.
You might be right though. They were one of the first though. They were out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, because we talk about, like, you know, how what a time, but like really even this time, I mean none of us were privy to this particular time, like being of age where you can go to like a skate ring, and let's say you're living in Harlem, you're living in New York, and it's like, you know, you got the skate ring on Friday nights or Land Quarter on this particular, like, and it's like you're really, it's private, it's so private that it's really at this point in time really just like East Coast, like it's really like New York, maybe a little bit of Philly, like it's not the world yet. Think about the country. It's like, it's not even, it's just this little pocket. It's like you would recognize a brethren just based on how y'all look. You know what I'm saying? You look a certain, you know, you dress a certain way, like.
Well, dress a certain way and what y'all was listening to, because
that's what I'm trying to say.
Don't get it twisted. If you went to Detroit, Chicago, Baltimore, Philly, or LA, you were hearing the same shit. It was just from different people. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't expect Mexicans to be rocking rap out in LA and house music to be coming from Chicago and Detroit. And it all influenced all of this because rap is collage art. You know what I mean? Yep. So it's all of those things in one. And in those cities with the racial climate that is still happening today, like you would hear a lot of these same records in those cities. Though.
Right. Word up. We've got 3, 4, 5. We have 5 votes currently in. A few more to go down the line. It's still up in the air. We can still see what's going on, but Salt-N-Pepa versus Funky 4+1 at the moment. Again, every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do it here live on Twitch. Sure, you check us out on YouTube as well. Like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Let's keep going around the room. DJ Hobo, I don't think I've gotten your vote yet for this round yet. What are you thinking? Who do you got?
Ooh, I gotta go. I really like that Funky 4+1 record, man. I really do.
You're going Funky, so that's your official vote.
I gotta go push it. I'm the
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh man.
Breeze is a tiebreaker.
Well, not really. No, I mean, Salt-N-Pepa is definitely in the lead. You got 4 votes versus. Yeah. You voted for Salt-N-Pepa. Ike voted for Salt-N-Pepa. Scan voted Salt-N-Pepa. Hobo voted Salt-N-Pepa. And then Rev and Trip voted Funky 4+1. We're gonna find out what Cool Breeze thinks. Breeze, what are you thinking about? Even though again the math is math, but between these 2 records, who do you got?
Yeah, it was a tough round. I think, like Trip said, the back and forth with the Funky 4+1 was cool, and it was spitting a little bit more lyrics. But you know, the Salt-N-Pepa is a more iconic song. It's a tough round, man, but I'm gonna push it real good, man. Push it.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
You gonna push it real good. Gotcha.
Yo, whatever happened to Push Pops?
Hey, what did happen to Push Pops, bro? That's a really good question.
Probably stole them on
I got a
Amazon.
better one. Who cares? So you are officially going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Salt-N-Pepa.
Oh, Salt-N-Pepa. Just
The
making sure.
biggest song.
Wrapping up round number 2, we had Salt-N-Pepa pushing going up against the Funky 4+1. That's the joint. Obviously, the chat room has a say in this as far as their voting booth. What were the results, DJ Hobo?
Push it 70%. So
there was a vote for there were some votes. That's cool. I like that. Keep pushing forward. We're going on to round number 3. Again, we're talking about the best hip hop pioneer singles battle, specifically celebrating Women's History Month. We're talking about all grand leaders in the hip hop category. Again, kind of keeping a very 80s, late 70s sort of representation at the moment. We've played music from The Sequence. We've played music from Funky 4+1. We played music from Salt-N-Pepa, and we're going to keep playing music. We will start out this next round, which features a song by an unknown artist to me as of today. So for anybody that's familiar, I apologize, but I did need a quick little lesson on Lady B, who released To The Beat Y'all back in 1979. So we're talking about something early on, a la you know, Sha Rock kind of era, like we were talking about with the Funky 4+1. So this is one of the first recorded rap songs by a female artist. So this is probably like a first female solo artist.
First solo,
right?
First solo recorded.
Right, exactly. And this, I guess, would still be prior to or maybe around the same time as Tanya Winley?
It might have been the same time,
Well, Tanya had this record with her sister, though. You're saying, right?
Yeah, so that was like a duo. Exactly,
Right.
it's the first solo one.
Interesting point. Look at that. So first solo artist, Lady B with To the Beat, y'all. We're gonna put that record tonight. And if you're not familiar, we're gonna get educated about it. Again, I wasn't, so like I said, I'm learning. And then we're gonna put that up against one of the queens as well, Roxanne Shante. We all know Roxanne's Revenge, 1984. You know what I'm saying? That's a classic. We're gonna go ahead and give up the flowers where it's due. Let's talk about her contribution to hip hop. Also, like I mentioned earlier, she has the movie on Netflix and she has a show on Sirius Radio. So let's go ahead and play these two records, starting out with Lady B, To the Beat, y'all. I had to find this on YouTube because it's not available on most DSPs.
Everybody, everybody clap your hands. I just clap your hands, everybody, everybody clap your hands.
I just want to party all of a sudden.
Allow me to introduce myself, they call me Mrs. DJ. I got my name in the Hall of Fame about the DJ rhymes I say now. Parental discretion is advised, we're gonna take this trip aloud. Say the words I speak are very true, they're recommended by a triple crowd. You see, if you wanna know what moves my soul or shakes inside my brain, I got this beat I can't control and it's driving me insane. I got 18 years experience, I'm the master of karate. Said I don't nobody mess with me and I don't mess with nobody. At the age of 1, I was having fun, I was listening to the disco beat. At the age of 2, I was doing you on turntables 1 and 2. I've been number 1 all my life and I've always played the dozens. Said I got more rhymes in the back of my mind than Alex said he's got cousins. To the max, to the max, to the front, to the back. Put your foot on the rock and back your foot. Don't stop, put your foot on the rock. I've gotta stop, oh there's all my own. You got Lady B on the microphone. I'm no Perry Johnson or Butterball. I just stopped by to freak out you all. I got a little black book with 1,000 pages with a listing of men that range from all ages to the beat, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Don't stop. I said Jack and Jill went up the hill to have a little fun. But stupid Jill forgot the bill and now they have a son. The pot wasn't hot, the corn wasn't on, the butter didn't melt to the crack of dawn. I said you bring the butter and I bring the salt. If you don't freak then it ain't my fault. Said a hip hop, a hip hip a hop, hip hip dibby dibby dib bop bop. I said a hip a hop, but don't stop baby, don't stop baby, don't stop. Said do it, do it, do it good. I just do it, there ain't nothing to it. It's Lady B and the disco fluid. Said a hip hop.
Okay, Lady B To the Beat, y'all. I guess I've never heard that.
We came a long way.
You never heard that record?
Damn, Trip.
I heard that.
Finally, Triple C. Finally, Triple C. I'm able to let that off to you.
Did we come a long way because now we have Sexy Red? Did we come?
She can rhyme
Very,
better than
very
Sexy
true.
Red, bro. Come on.
She can rhyme
I
better.
mean, you don't
That's
buy a
1979.
chicken and make a fucking cheese omelet right away.
That's a crazy metaphor. Let's keep it. Let's stick to the script. Let's follow.
That is the script.
This is Roxanne's Revenge. This is where, like Trip was mentioning, we came this far. Triple C. We got to get to Roxanne's Revenge. And Marley Marl.
Well, my name is Roxanne. Don't you know I just a cold rocker party and I do this show. I said I met these 3 guys and you know it's true. Let me tell you and explain them all to you. I met this dude with the name of a hat. I didn't even walk away, I didn't give him no rap. But then he got real mad and he got a little tired. If he worked for me, you know he would be fired. He wears a Kangol and that is cute. But he ain't got the money and he ain't got the loot. And every time that I see him, he's always a begging. And all the other girls that he's always trying to leg it. Every time that I see him, he says, around. You see, compared to me, it's weak compared to mine. Every time that I know that I am saying something fresher. In any category, I'm considered the best. And every time that I say it, there ain't nothing less. And everybody knows I will win the contest. And after that came the educated rapper. His fingers start to snap and my hands start to clap. But every time that I see him, everything he say, he rockin' to the beat and he comes to this way. He said, yeah, you know your mother's, her name is Mary. And from what I heard, Your father is a fairy, but every time I see him, he's saying something new. But let me explain to him what he should do. He should be like me, a fly MC. Don't never have to bite, will always write. I have the freshest rhyme that I do recite. And after that, and you know it's true. But let me tell you something else about the doctor too. He ain't really cute and he ain't great. He don't even know how to operate. He came up to me with some crabbish rap. But let me tell you something, don't you know it was whack. So when he came up to me, I told him to step back. He said, you call yourself an MC? I said, this is true. He said, explain to me really what MCs must do. Better listen very close, cause I don't say this every day. My name is Roxanne, and they call me Shantae. But every time of that, I say a rhyme or just like a disser. It ain't nothing you MCs when I miss it. You can't go if you think you're cute, you think it's alright. That's why you said it in a language so you wouldn't have to bite. You started talking big Latin, didn't make no sense. You thought you was cute, yeah, you thought you was a prince. You're walking down the block cause I'm the one you're gonna clock. And everybody knows that you're all on my yacht. I'm just a devastator.
You're all on my yacht. Yeah, she's like 15, 16 years old or something like this.
Yeah.
Young as hell, spitting fire.
And y'all gotta peep this, man. This is one thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna lay this out right here. I personally feel that Roxanne Shante is the best freestyler ever in hip hop.
Oh, she's bad.
That's a big statement, but she freestyles so much, dog. Everything was off the head.
Yeah.
Everything's off the top of her. This whole song off the top.
Yeah.
She made
if you know the story again in the movie, they addressed this very, I think, record, right? Like she's walking by, Marley sticks his head out the window. Hey,
she was doing laundry.
You got something for this? Doing laundry.
Right.
She was doing laundry.
Right.
She had like 10
come do
minutes.
this real quick. And she got up there. She said, I did it. She said, I went to go get the laundry.
Yeah.
I put the laundry. I set the load. Went to record the verse. Came back to pick up the clothes. Like
it was nothing.
It was nothing.
Beef patty with my ice cream
She
bread.
was
Coming
14 years
through
old
with my
when she did
head.
this, bro. She was 14 years old. 14 years old, spitting like this, in between doing laundry, and she made a hit record, one of the biggest hit records, like independent little hit records ever, man.
Yo, you got to throw her tagline in it. Please believe it.
Please believe
Exactly.
Let's talk about it. Like I said, chat room, make sure you get your voting in the voting booth. We're going to talk to everybody around the room real quick. Mal, let's start with you, man. Let's talk about it. Lady B, Roxanne Shante, early pioneers. Like, who do you got in this particular round?
I mean, I'm gonna put it out there right now. I'm like probably one of the biggest Roxanne Shante fans like ever. I mean, so I'm going with Shante. Much respect to Lady B. Lady B is still, I believe, but for a while, I know for a fact that for a while she was a DJ. She might still be DJing. You know, she's from Philly, I believe, right? A DJ in Philly, and I mean, she just, I was looking at Trip. I get it, Trip, man, but this is the first ever. Keep in mind, the first ever recorded solo, like woman hip hop solo
Somebody had to be the first, right?
Yeah, so I mean, like to me, obviously it's gonna take like a disco type beat, because disco was big back in the late 70s. Yeah. She took that type of beat and she was just flowing over it. She was probably freestyling a lot of it too, you know what I mean? But it was that whole original type, like the MC of the party hyping it up type stuff. So she did her thing, but I mean, like Shante to me, like, everybody knows about the legend of like Shante at battles and stuff. I mean, this chick just coming off the head with all kind of stuff, just killing people, man. And it's just amazing to me that someone can be like this. Not everybody has this ability to freestyle like that. And, there's better songs she got in her catalog lyrically. But I mean, for her to just like take a real popular song and just have fun with it for like 5 minutes and then go back to doing laundry and it becomes like this gigantic hit that sets off the Roxanne Wars. Yo.
Yeah, the Roxanne Wars.
It's so, yeah, man. It's
a lot of noise.
That's a t-shirt.
It is. It's the Roxanne Wars, man. All of them. There's so many things came from this. Real Roxanne, Sparky D, all that stuff, man.
Was UTFO
it was.
Yeah, they made the song initially. Yeah, they made the song initially. So
yeah, Roxanne, right?
Yeah, Roxanne, big popular song. So she came out and just, Molly just was like, do something to this, and she just, just
he
went
played
at them
the part
and
of
dissed
Roxanne.
Yeah, she just dissed them. Yeah, it just blew up after.
But
that.
when you go deeper into the blacker circles, it was Roxanne was light skinned and the other Roxanne was dark skinned. And
well, that was the next step, right? So the UTFO, they ended up getting a rapper that was a light skinned rapper and called her Roxanne, right, or something like that.
Yeah, that's the one they were talking about. Yeah, Real Roxanne.
That's the one. Yeah.
But so she was already on the scene when they made that record.
She was on the scene, but she ain't had no records.
Yeah, she's not that great a rapper in my opinion.
Was she Latina?
Yeah.
Oh no, she was
think
right.
so.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
That
But you
sounds
see her like
about
in the
right.
video. I think she's in the video, right? The Roxanne.
She is,
Roxanne,
yeah.
yeah,
Roxanne,
yeah, yeah. But I
It was
mean, like
bad,
you know,
though. It was bad. I
but
give it
but
that.
but as far as a rapper that was down with UTFO, Sparky D. Sparky D had bars, so
Yes,
that was a good
yes,
battle, you know. Yeah.
yes.
What was it?
UTFO.
Mal's the first one to put his vote down right now.
I got a question too, real quick. Not to interject, but only so I don't want to lose the thought. So basically, based off the conversation with the ladies and everything right now, and hip hop, would you or does anybody in the room think that we've come full circle in today's hip hop climate? The fact that in commercial hip hop, the bars are so low sometimes that we've kind of re-come around to the top to, you know, make
Well,
better.
I would say, I think as hip hop as a whole, I think we've come full circle, and I mean, history repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? So the aspirations of becoming a rapper back then, people are actually doing now with less talent. And
Right.
I'm not saying they're not less talented. It's just that they're kind of putting maybe
There's not that much talent.
no, I think they're just putting less effort because of the resources that were available to make a Roxanne. Like, imagine you sitting there making real Roxanne, and you got Pro Tools and MPC and microphones and speakers and shit, but all you got is a tape recorder and a washing machine and a DJ.
Right.
And that came from that. So it's like you know, the view gets skewed, but I think that I think it definitely has come full circle, because all they rapped about was, at first, rap was about just who's the nicest, who's the best, and then it became, well, I got money too. But you needed money to be a rapper, right?
Yeah.
So now it's like, well, I got the money and I ain't even really a rapper.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Scan,
derail the conversation, Jules. My bad.
Oh, I'm gonna say, Scan, just real quick. I was just gonna say, I think even back then, those cats were better than, you know, those chicks were just starting off were better than a lot of the ones now because they chose different subjects to kind of mention or whatever. You know, like, you know, we didn't get to it, but in the Sweet Tea one, on the Vicious Rap one, or one of the other ones, she talked about, like, you know, a lot of things, a lot of stuff was like anti-drugs back then. You know what I mean? So she was talking about it's whack to like be smoking on crack and all that type of stuff or whatever. Way back in 1970, 1980, you're not gonna hear that from none of these. They're all about image. So, you know, you know how, I don't even know if it's full circle. It's something different now, in my opinion. That's just me.
Cool.
You only got one vote in so far. Anybody want to place their vote?
Oh, I got Shantae. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Shantae.
I got Shantae.
Yeah, I got
I've got Ike.
Yeah.
Is that you too, Hobo?
I think that's a sweep, man.
I think
Yeah,
that's
well, it's a good. Does anybody want to vote Lady B?
Shout out to Lady B on the record,
Shout
but
out to
I think just Shantae got it this
A lot of lines was getting done to that song, though. You know what I
Oh
mean?
shit!
week. I love
Oh,
disco.
man.
I love disco.
A lot of special trips to the bathroom on that one.
Wow.
So now wrapping up round number 3.
Oh,
We had to
man.
put Lady B. Hold on, I gotta wrap this up. Wrapping up round number 3, I had to put Lady B going up against Roxanne Shante. And while we respect the hell out of Lady B, it
Oh,
was a
shit.
close call. We're talking about a full voting scale for Roxanne Shante, Roxanne's Revenge. Roxanne moving on to the next round. Basically taking home the win on round number 3, bringing us to round number 4, which, for everybody in the chat, y'all know what it is. We're gonna get to that in a second. What were the results in the voting booth, DJ Hobo, for the last round?
Roxanne's Revenge, 71%. So there were some for Lady B in the chat as well.
Lady B got her props, you know what I'm saying? Lady B got her props. That's what's up. She deserved them. Let's go ahead, like I said, and talk about round number 4, though. Round number 4 is always a touchy subject. For those joining us for the first time, don't know, it gets a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. Basically, what we're talking about here is the final contestants from the following rounds, the winners, if you will, of the previous rounds. We have the Sequence with Funk You Up, moving on to round number 4. We have Salt-N-Pepa with Push It, moving on to round number 4. Roxanne Shante with Roxanne's Revenge, moving on to round number 4. if you needed a quick recap on what tonight's episode is about, we're talking about the best hip hop pioneers singles celebrating Women's History Month. So between the sequence, Salt-N-Pepa and Roxanne Shante, we're talking about two groups and one solo artist, one teenager, if you will, at this point. Actually, Salt-N-Pepa might have been teenagers around this
They
time.
all was teenagers, probably.
The sequence were teenagers too, maybe?
Yeah.
Probably, right? Shit. So we're talking again, very early music that was starting a domino effect that we all know today is R&B and hip hop. Pretty cool that these are the last 3 records that make it to the finals. But again, the controversy begins because to get to round number 4, I got to ask everybody in the room and in the chat and everybody watching at home a question. Which of these 3 records is not moving on? That's right. We have to get rid of one of these records to get to the absolute finals. Is it the sequence would Funk You Up, Salt-N-Pepa would Push It, or Roxanne Shante or Roxanne's Revenge? We're going to go quickly around the room.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's Push It.
Push It's out of here?
Out.
Ooh, the Rev with the quick
Put it
hand.
down. We'll put it very, very stern, firm vote right there. I like that. Malcolm.
Wow.
Yeah, since we talking pioneers, Push It gotta go.
Ooh, I see what we doing there. I see what we doing.
Oh, what you see what you're doing? What are you doing? Who do you got?
You know what? I'm gonna go for Push It too. Push It gotta go.
Cool
I
Breeze.
mean, I mean, when you present it that way, you know what I'm saying?
Cool Breeze, who do you got?
I'm gonna go with Push It has to be the one.
It's out of here.
You're out of here.
That was your chance, man.
What happened?
That was your chance, bro.
Ah, man,
you know that's Queens, man. You could.
This is crazy right now. This is crazy.
I don't have to. And plus, this is such an iconic record. I don't even know if I can agree with everybody else and say Push It's got to go. But when you're talking about pioneers
following the crowd, not having an opinion.
No, it's not about it following
the leader.
See here go Jules with his shit. I thought we was gonna have a good show. I thought we was gonna have a good show. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
I thought the shit was on mute. I thought it was on mute. My bad. I was thinking.
Thank you, man. Gosh, bro.
Get him.
Nice show. The ladies are in here. It's always one dude that want to start a fight when it's girls.
Look, man.
Somebody always
listen. You're not gonna follow the crowd. Who you voting for?
I'm gonna say the sequence has to go.
I agree.
Now, that was some fine Mandarin if you never experienced it right there. I finally got a vote going in another direction. That was all me.
Don't matter.
He thinks he voted for the sequence. I'll let y'all think that.
Yeah, I voted for the sequence too.
You too? Oh, shit, Triple C with a fair vote on his own.
Yo, so what? My vote wasn't fair? Hey, yo, man.
No, it's fair. It's fair. It's manipulated by me.
Man, you know what?
Bro,
you know what?
Don't even get me started. I had you at vision. You was locked in. I said, you go to where I want you to vote.
You on mute.
Tupac back.
He muted you, right?
He muted himself.
I muted myself.
He just got rid of Uptown Funk. Oh, man.
Listen, Triple C and I give him his both putting votes down for the sequence. Rev, Mal, and Hobo and Cool Breeze have put votes down for Salt-N-Pepa. That I believe leaves one more vote, which is the good Rev. Rev, which way are you voting?
He did.
I didn't vote yet.
Scan. Who are you voting for?
Nah, I'm actually voting for Shantae record.
Out of here.
Dante, I'm out of here.
Damn, I wanted to see a Queens battle right there.
No, man. Only one Queens. You know, Queens.
Well, according to what just happened, I think you're still gonna, find what you're looking for, Triple C. Because round number 4, we went through it kind of quickly. If you didn't understand what was going on, we took the 3 winners of the entire, basically battle this evening, which was basically the sequence with Funk You Up, Salt-N-Pepa Push It, Roxanne Shante, Roxanne's Revenge, and one of these records is not moving on to the next round, and that record is Salt-N-Pepa Push It, not moving on to the final round. DJ Hobo. Bullshit. Are the votes closed yet, or are they still going in the chat room?
They're still going. It's almost over though.
Is it? Here's the thing, man. The Salt and Pepper doesn't really have any lyrics like that, man.
That was a total dance record.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Breeze. That's a good point.
I like the song.
There's definitely some raps in there. You know what I'm saying?
It's iconic.
It's some raps in this. It's up tempo and dance. You know, you could dance to it for about maybe 90 seconds or so, and then like I can't clean up to that. To the sequence, I could clean up the whole living room during that song.
I mean,
Yeah, because it's long enough.
I mean, the Salt and Pepper record would have been on in the stadium, and you might have left with something, but you threw the record out of here.
No, you were leaving with something.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when Salt and Pepper Push It came out, I'm probably like 5th grade, 6th grade, and I still can't get them leotards out of my damn fucking mind.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
And the gold
so
hair.
good.
She had gold hair.
Gold hair, the
You know what I'm
Dookie
saying?
ropes. I want to say they were
That's a
MCM
good
jackets, but they're probably Dapper Dan jackets.
They're Dapper Dan jackets, yo.
The Bangor
Because
era,
wait, so
yeah, man, all that
now you're
stuff.
gonna have to put on your Melly Mel suit now for the next round because you got the Salt and Pepper record out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Salt and Pepper record is out of here.
I have no problem with doing that.
Hey, Scan mad about that. Scan real mad.
We gonna
about
go ahead. Listen, we gonna go ahead and talk about the finals. Hold up. We're gonna talk about the finals real quick. Like I said, while the votes in the chat room are still going out, still going down. To find out
It's done now. It's done now. It's done.
which one did they vote it out?
Oh, they voted out Roxanne. They
Oof.
said Roxanne.
See, that was my choice.
Scan wasn't alone. Was it? What was the numbers? Not in total number, but like percentage.
Oh, my bad. Hold on.
It's okay. It's okay. No, it's no big deal. I'm just wondering, like, was it heavy?
I'll
Pause.
tell you. Hold on. It was 50% voted that Roxanne Shante had to be up out of there, son.
Wow.
Isn't that a tie?
That means people never watched that
There was
movie.
3 records. There was 3 records in there.
Oh, 50. Okay.
People never
Hey,
watched that
man.
Netflix movie. That's what happened.
When you
Have a heart.
realize the influence, of that song though, then you might.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Push It is bigger than everything. We already know that. They fine, but I mean, like, yo, man, when the influence of Roxanne's Revenge was ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. Right? Like Salt and Pepper is gonna be good. Roxanne really set shit off, yo.
Yeah.
I'm biased though because you know what? For Roxanne Shante, I think my favorite record is Skeezer when she dissed JJ Fad. Like that's my record. That is my record right there.
Yes.
What about what was it, Bad Mama?
Bad
she
Mama,
dissed a
yeah.
lot of people. She dissed
Yeah.
every female rapper on
Yeah.
that one.
Like
But I
those
mean, like-
records, she went ham.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got like Have a Nice Day where she dissed BDP.
Right,
I mean,
right,
come on,
right.
man. Just chick is just a beast, man.
And then I don't know if y'all heard this. She came out in like 94. She was rapping over Zane. She was freestyling. I don't know what radio show it was. I think it might have been Stretch and Bob kept like KCR or something, but she was rapping over Zane instrumentals.
Wow, we gotta
Probably
find
killed
that.
it,
We gotta
too.
find that.
I gotta find that.
And that's the
On
first
YouTube.
time I heard the Gravediggers because they played that afterwards.
Damn.
Yeah, we
Hip-hop,
gotta
what a
find
time.
that.
Andy
Yo,
Stone
yo.
followed by the Grave. Andy Stone freestyle followed by the Gravediggers.
No, Roxanne Shante.
Roxanne Shante. Oh, Shelly said Angie Stone. My bad. Let's go ahead. Like I said, move on to the finals here. We're basically talking about the 2 records that have made it to the end of this particular battle. We're talking about the best hip hop pioneer singles battle, celebrating Women's History Month. We had a bunch of dope groups and solo artists where we nailed it and basically brought it down to 2 artists. So we're talking about 1 group versus 1 solo artist. We are talking about the sequence, Funk You Up, followed by Roxanne Shante, Roxanne's Revenge. We're gonna try to get to Angie's verse this time. And if I'm not mistaken, DJ Hope, you said at 450?
Well, I said that because I thought you had the singles version, which is this is the shorter version, Trick.
Right,
It was like
so-
6.5 minutes long.
so-
But
so
the
from-
9-minute version, you probably got to go to like 6, 7, somewhere around
I was gonna
there, 6
say
or
'cause when
7.
I played, so you're saying the version I played, because I played the long version.
The
it was
longer
still a
version.
verse after that. So I
Yeah.
gotta know where I've been. Okay,
The
so
very
I
next
got-
verse, she starts the next
I'm
verse.
I'm guessing, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna do my best here. But I'm almost positive that I might be able to get this. So we was at 450, we was over here 6 something.
Yo, and just real quick while you finding that, so I think you put in the chat that you didn't realize that one of her children was by D'Angelo, right? Angie Stone, right?
Yeah.
But peep this, her oldest child was by one of the members of the Funky 4+1, Lil Rodney C.
That's
so
crazy.
she got hip hop.
Angie?
She got hip hop. Yeah, she got hip hop. You know what I mean? Hip hop music. Like, I'm telling you, man.
All in her.
Yeah, man. That's
Come on, man.
I won't say all that. I'm just saying, man. She's birthed. As part of that whole lineage. She got the hip hop. Got the neo soul kings. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's cool. That's a cool way to put that. Respectful. I like that. I want to get so nasty.
no, man. I mean,
But I'm not. I'm respectful.
Oh, man.
I'm respected. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play where I think I might be able to find Angie B's verse, aka Angie Stone. Kind of starting over here from like the 7.5 part. I'm going to be looking at you guys to see if you guys can indicate if you need to go further or farther back.
Correct. He's about to clean now. He left. He's about to clean.
You about to clean. Yeah, we're going to be following this up with Roxanne's Revenge, and we'll see who's going to take home the win tonight. Let's go ahead with the sequence. Funk you up.
Do it, you go do it. At 5:45, you got in a fix and you called on Angie B. And you look surprised as I arrived to see me dressed to a T. You go do it, you go do it, you go do it. You're ready, ooh, you're ready, ooh, ha ha ha. You're ready, ooh, you're ready,
What are you yodeling?
ha ha ha.
This album's crazy.
Don't you give up?
Even that break right there, they get up. Like, so many things that have been pulled from this record. That's crazy.
That
I
means
think you
get
might have
up
went
off
past
the
her.
couch.
Did you go past her verse? You might have went past her verse.
I mean, that was so. Again, I played
He had a full verse.
Well, we got to hear a little bit of it. Again, just
Yeah.
a refresher. I'm glad we got to hear some of her. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to find and do the same thing here with Roxanne's Revenge. Roxanne's Revenge, I don't really remember where we stopped. I think I want to maybe say after verse 2, but I don't really remember where that is on this player. But we're going to go ahead and start over Roxanne's Revenge to see who is taking home the win tonight. Let's go with Roxanne's Revenge.
You know what you can do. Let me tell you one for me, and then I'll tell you one for you. And every time you say a rhyme, it's just like a this. It ain't nothing that I don't wanna miss. And if you think it's right and I'm right in your beat, well then you just better know and listen to me. Because my name is Roxanna, and I came to say I rock it to the beat and I do it this way. I'm conceited, never beat it, never heard of defeated. I rock it to the beat and you know it is a meter. The ROXANNE. And if you wanna play a little game for me, let me show you what you can do, baby. Just with a twist of my cheek and a twist of my wrist, I have all the guys dropping down like this. Yeah, I am flying, and you must admit, but everybody knows I don't go for it. So if you're trying to be cute and you're trying to be fine, you need to cut it out cause it's all in your mind. Trying to be like me, yeah, it is very hard to think you're a god, but you do Eli. Trying to be cute and you're trying to be fly. Don't you know you wish you could be my guy so I could take you home, make you relax. And everybody knows that you're out there trying to tax like corn on the car. You're always trying to rob. You need to be out there looking for a job. Yeah, you're trying to meet and talk about Roxanne, but let me let you know you're not a real man, cause a Roxanne needs a man. And yes, someone fresh who always dressed. Someone, yes, who will never fess. And then I'll say, yeah, forget the rest. You gotta be cute and you're trying to be fly, but all you wanna be is Roxanne's guy. Because I turned you down without a frown. Embarrassed you in front of your friends, made you look like a clown. And all you do is get real mad. And you talk about me and make me look bad. But everybody knows how the story goes. There's no ifs, no ands, no buts or suppose. No coke up your nose, no dope in your vein. And then it won't cause no kind of pain. But yet and still, you're trying to be fly. I asked you a question, I wanna know why. Why'd you have to make a record about me? The ROXANNE.
Why'd you go and have to make a record about me? I didn't even know you.
Yo, just to keep it just to keep it all the way 100 and get it out the way, my vote is for that song because she did this song while she was working. A lot of these women ain't doing laundry, period.
Doesn't work. She was doing chores.
I mean, I said a lot. I didn't say all. You know what I mean? Like my lady, we both doing laundry right now. But
oh no!
But she just did this song, but doing laundry in the projects.
Special kind of laundry.
And she was smart enough to get a hookup from it. She was like, "Yo, Barley, you work at the jean factory, right? So I want some of them Vidal Sassoon.
Yo,
if I come to do this, that's how he paid her back. You know what I'm saying? So she was smart enough to be like, you know, she's 14 years old. She's like, I'm gonna look fly. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
She used the word fly a lot in her raps, yo.
She used the word what?
The Sergio Valente.
No, she used the word fly a lot.
Yeah.
Slang.
You know
that was a lingo then.
That was yeah,
man.
But I'm saying, like, she was up on that at that age.
I mean, that's their lingo. You know what I'm saying? That you best believe the kids was talking that shit first. You know what I'm saying?
She was the kids.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly right. Like she's 14. That's how you say, like, you talk like that. I'm like, yeah, she was. That's her generation right there. Like, yeah, she was fat. You know what I'm saying?
She was dissing older niggas, yo.
Again, like, yo, who are you, little girl? I don't know you. What you talking about? I don't even know you. You in Queens.
I can't even imagine. Like in Queensbridge at that time, the crack era.
Oh boy,
dudes with money on the block.
She had to be tough.
Had to be.
She confronted KRS one time. She confronted KRS at the bank. I'm telling you, man, she got heart.
Of all places.
Yeah, y'all know about that? I'm telling you, man, she got heart, boy.
Of all places, at the bank.
Only good for steady what?
She got on this case, boy.
He said, nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
I mean, KRS One was like 6'3", and she like 5'4". I mean, this dude like a foot taller than her. He a street dude. BDP. I mean, yo, she got heart. That's all I gotta say, bro.
when you a true project chick though, like they it's not even so much about heart. It's just like this, just the way they was raised.
He dead ass is like. He's like one of those janitors that could have played ball because he that tall.
Yeah.
And that's what he was. He was a janitor. That's how he got put on into rap. He got a, you know,
hate this job.
He was homeless, man. He had to do that.
Look, we got Rev put his vote down. He's the first one to put a vote down for Roxanne Shante. Mal, who you put a vote down for?
Yeah, I'm gonna look, you know, this is all respect to, you know, like Sequence, Angie Stone, Angie B, you know what I mean? But to me, like the fact that this song was just a freestyle by a 14-year-old kid, that, you know, just made so much history and set off so much. There was so many related Roxanne songs. If you look up the Roxanne Wars, you know, for those that don't know, there was just so many spinoffs. I mean, you know, like everybody's cat, dog, mama, grandpa, everybody was involved dissing and, you know, coming and getting a piece of this whole thing. It set off something ridiculous. People thought that the Drake and Kendrick thing was ridiculous. No, this was ridiculous back in the day. Like everybody know, you know, I mean, cats know about it. And if you look it up, you'll find out. So, I mean, just the sheer volume of what it does, what it did, the fact that I feel like Shante is just like a ridiculously talented, like freestyler and rapper. He's so much heart, man. I mean, I just got to go with this one. So, you know, Roxanne's Revenge.
On Roxanne's, we got 2 votes in for Roxanne Shante. Roxanne Revenge. You Scanless, what are you voting for?
I'm going for Funk You Up Sequence.
Going for Sequence. Cool Breeze, who you voting for?
Sequence.
You too, the Sequence. I can't finish. Who you voting for?
Slimmest of margins. I'm going with Roxanne on this one.
Roxanne on this. DJ Hobo, who you going with?
Ooh. You know, I'm gonna go with Sequence.
Oh, it all comes down to Trip.
Pow, pow, pow.
Roxy.
Foxy.
All right, Trip. Queens.
I never heard that. I like that, Trip.
What trip is going on?
Girls don't understand the slick pimps talking that Triple C just did right there. Basically, long story short, Triple C was the deciding factor in the final round of what we call the best hip hop pioneer singles battle, celebrating Women's History Month. Shout out to all the ladies on the list this evening. There's no guest list tonight, just the ladies list. Ladies free all night. Shout out to everybody in the chat, all the ladies that joining us this evening. Shout out to y'all for sticking with us all night. Appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? Hope you're having a good time this evening. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and talk about it though. Tonight's winner of the title that I just mentioned goes to Roxanne Shante. Roxanne's Revenge, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, and chat room. And everybody home, make some noise for Roxanne's Revenge. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
Somebody tell her so we can hear ourselves on rock the bells.
Say again.
Somebody tell her that she won.
Yeah, let her know. Let her know out there.
Give her a shout out.
The bells, let her know.
No, we'll make that. We'll make that happen. You know, I know you
probably gotta. Yeah, you probably know how to do that.
I'll make that happen.
Right, no doubt.
She got the Lifetime Achievement Award Grammy last month. You know what I mean? Respect this.
It's not a bad title to hold by somebody that we all revere as a pioneer, someone that we all respect, someone that's still active on the scene. You know what I'm saying?
And she gonna curse out everybody that didn't vote for her.
You want to know? You know what's wild, man?
Don't do it like that. She's
no, she's chill, man.
She's not Jaguar, right?
Yeah. So I want to watch that movie again.
Sure.
What's the name of the movie?
The Roxanne.
Or the Roxanne Shante movie. I want to check that out again myself.
That's what it's called?
No. I think it's called just Roxanne or something like that.
I think it is called like Roxanne.
Something like that, yeah.
I think it's on Netflix though. It was a Netflix exclusive.
Yeah,
okay.
It's called Roxanne.
Okay. No, it's really dope. And I forgot who plays her, but they do a good job too, though.
They do.
A chick named actually got the same name as her too.
Oh shit!
The one who plays her. Her name is Shante something. She's a young actress.
Hey Adams is her
name. Yeah.
And Roxanne Shante went through some shit, man.
But you know, Shantae's real first name is Lolita. Shantae's a middle name.
Oh, I thought Shawnee.
No, Shantae's a middle name. Her name's Lolita. Yeah.
Lolita. So that's funny. Ironic that she was a young girl with a bunch of older men going.
Exactly. But you know, I mean, look, another thing, people, everybody out there, look, if you want to know about her prowess with like freestyling and how dope and how much heart she got, if you ever check out I forgot what year it is, but if you put in like say Roxanne Shante versus like Fruquan, Fruquan from Stetson Sonic, because she battled like all these dudes. She battled like Fruquan, she battled Busy B. I mean, she battled like all these cats, and basically she lost because she went through everybody and she came to the championship and lost because
she was a female.
This is documented. Curtis Blow was like, he gave her the lowest score because he knew that if he gave a low score, she wouldn't win. And he didn't want. He was like, at this time, we can't have a 14-year-old, 15-year-old girl, whatever, coming in and being the best. You know what I mean? So, they pieced it. Yeah, they pieced it up and they're cool now. But back then,
check this out.
Heated.
Check this out. This is Roxanne Shante and Biz Markie live, 1986.
Oh, that fresh crew.
Now, we came here tonight to get started, to go act ill or get retarded.
Hear the crowd?
The boogie boogie down.
Now throw your hands in the air and wave it like it just don't care.
You gotta see the crowd.
Let me hear you say, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She was a kid rocking this entire audience.
Yo, they heard every word she was saying because the call and response is uncanny. Like people beg for that type of shit now. Like you have to beg the crowd to be involved.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, it was so new so like you're here, you're hip. If you're in that place, you're involved in whatever the scene is. And then like you see, I know beatboxing. I've heard beatboxing, and then you get a guy you've never seen before, maybe B.I.Z. on his hat, and he does this crazy beatbox, doing sounds that are just insane. You're like, what the fuck? You hear them just, they go crazy.
Something happened to the system. That's why he did it.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
Still, either way, he's the beatbox king. He was good. Like I heard, like if you ever seen the Biz Marquee documentary, it's fire. Check it out. Like everybody talks about how Biz was everywhere.
Yeah,
just everywhere. Like think of the last quarter.
Hearing that song right there brought me back to being 11 years old, and I'm getting off the train at Amityville next to the Jelly Bean, and my aunt. Well, first of all, my uncle was a rapper, but my aunt knew his brother. What's Biz's brother was a rapper too.
Diamond Shell.
Yeah.
Diamond Shell.
Diamond Shell.
My aunt knew Diamond, and they was at the Jelly Bean, and my pops is picking me up from the train station, and this is who I'm looking at, and there was no music involved, but I'm just looking at them. I said, "Yo, is that Biz and Diamond Shell?" And just hearing that right there. Like this was the dude just beatboxing. You know what I'm saying?
They said Biz was everywhere. So again, like if he was at that show, like he was gonna get on the mic, and that's the reason he was everywhere too. It wasn't just to hang out. He was like, I'm trying to get on the mic. That's why everybody was about Biz. I'm trying to get on the mic.
Yo, Jones, peep this. Talk about everywhere, right? So, Hobo, when we was back at the college we went to, who was DJing the parties we went to?
Yeah, Biz was there all the time.
He
had no idea.
Wait, where was y'all at? In Maryland?
No, Charlottesville, Virginia.
But the thing is, wasn't Biz living in Virginia?
That's what I'm saying. I'm jealous, yo.
He was.
Yeah. We did not even know he was going to be like DJing all them parties, man.
This is a guy that ate, bled, slept, shit, drank, ate, like hip hop, like everything was hip hop when it came to him. If he's listening to a record, he'd be like, I heard, like, again, you got to watch the documentary because it's so dope. Like, you couldn't challenge him if you were a record collector. He'd be like, you got that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you played, you got that?
You don't got that?
He like, you got first pressing? Like, he always wanted to, like, out-challenge you. They say he collected everything, toys, records, music, memorabilia, like.
Just to give you some context, the time period of the story that I just told you was around the time when Master Ace made Me and the Biz.
Yeah.
Right. So
love that song.
If you like, as Jules said, you watch the documentary, you'll see why he wasn't in the video, and they made a figurine of him to be in the video because he came up with the beat and everything.
He said he came up with the verse. He said the verse was for Biz.
Yeah,
I just did it in his voice, like as a hey, like you're gonna do that, and then they were like
I'm a rap like him.
Yeah, and then like he's not gonna do the record. Like he was having internal problems with the label, and they were like he's not doing that.
But I like the fact that Biz had Shantae's back.
Always,
what's really dope about Death Fresh Crew, like that song, like think about the samples that came from that, right? So the get I hope I don't get bleeped out, but the get retarded part or whatever.
Right. You mean it musically.
Yeah, like I say, musically. And so it's like, Cannabis used that for his song Get Retarded. And then like the So Fresh or whatever, Marley Marl scratched that up in whatever, Nobody Beats the Biz, you know what I mean? So,
it's not even a real record. It's like I said, a lot of it is just live. And again,
even before that, the line before that is used more. She said, "We came here to get it started." That is used in so many songs, yo. So many songs, like songs that don't got nothing to do with rap, nothing.
Yep.
Commercials, all kind of shit.
I think the title goes well deserved tonight. Again, best hip hop pioneer single battle celebrating Women's History Month goes to Roxanne Shante, and it's well deserved. Roxanne's Revenge is the record. It was pretty good, man.
We couldn't have gone wrong, man. Both of them deserve their flowers.
Yeah,
Angie deserves a flower sequence, and of course, I don't think Shantae can get enough flowers, man. So it's dope. You know what I mean?
Shout out to everybody in the chat that's been hanging out with us all evening. Like I said, we appreciate
shout out to the chat.
All the ladies in the building, everybody watching at home.
Shout out, ladies.
Pick up to the ladies in the chat, man.
Man.
Yeah, they came out to party tonight.
No doubt.
And
Representando.
Party, Nerd, Chris, Diva Nice,
Vamp.
met Diva 929 in person yesterday at the Blend Battle in Baltimore. Special shout out.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I just want to go ahead and
Battle.
say
Nice.
that we've officially got one more
That's what's up.
on the channel. We are 9 away.
That was
No,
Wally.
one more. One more.
With
We
the
need more
follow.
subscriptions, y'all. Tell your friends.
Hell
Get
yeah.
that YouTube to 1,000.
We gotta get it to it. We are 9 away.
Did you send the link in the chat? Text it to me. I'll get that right now.
What? No, well, again, you just got to give a link to the channel. I mean, any video really. They can subscribe.
Any of them?
Yeah, any video. You know how it is. YouTube, you can subscribe to anything you're watching.
I don't, man. Yo,
I'm gonna link that.
I'll save that for off camera. But yeah, I got you. We gonna get that tonight.
That's
I
very
promise
good.
you. I could get
Shout out to DJ Hobo, by the way. DJ Hobo took the lead on producing tonight's show, as well as a lot of props got to go to the artwork. Was directed by that man as well. So shout out to DJ Hobo.
Shout out to you, Hobo.
Yo, salute, man. I when I saw that, I didn't see it until like 2 days after Jules sent it to me. I said, "Yo, this looks fire."
Crazy.
Yeah,
shout out hours working black ink with that. That's all hand. That's all handmade.
Yeah, I drew that shit, son. I drew that shit. Nah.
That's great fucking work, man.
That was dope, man.
We're getting busy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shout out to DJ Censor. You know what I'm saying?
Get retarded.
I just want to say, man, this was one of my things that I, was pushing a lot for, you know what I mean? Because I felt like it would be real timely and whatnot. And I'm grateful everybody took part, showed a lot of love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe if we ever have it around too, we can get some of the ladies actually on. That would be even doper. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. They showed up in full force. You know what I mean? In the chat, so it's all good. But yeah, this is dope. This is really dope to kind of give these flowers during Women's History Month, man. Women's hip hop history. You know what I mean?
I think we can all collectively arrange that. Give it what we got going and all that. But not, you said full force. We need a full force episode, yo.
Oh man, them dudes. Them dudes. Full force, boy.
Gonna kick your fucking ass.
Exactly. It's so hard to believe them dudes. It's so hard to believe them dudes produce such big pop hits like Release. It's just it's hard to take them seriously when
it
you
goes
see
even further than that. Like
they
produce for NSYNC and Backstreet Boys,
and themselves,
big records on
there. And even them,
big records.
I was in a wedding. Well, yeah, y'all don't know him, but Ike know him. Yo, Ike, Matt had to walk the aisle at Paul's wedding with Pee Wee from his girlfriend.
Really?
His girlfriend had to walk the aisle with Matt. Yo,
is he still all buffed up?
Far as I know.
All them dudes.
Them dudes was like gym rats.
But that the drop you played, kick it, that nigga bow-legged Lou.
Bow-legged Lou. Now, that was no drop. That was me, baby. Kick your fucking ass.
Ain't my type of hype.
Exactly.
Oh, ain't my type. Yo.
Mobile, can we get a raid?
Trip, I'm working on it.
House Party soundtrack.
You know what we need to do?
Young folks that know them is just like bullies from House Party, but them dudes did everything, man.
We need to do a movie screening. We need to watch House Party again. This many years.
Brentwood, Long Island, bro. Brentwood, LI, baby.
Yeah. No, it was Wine Dance, yo.
Wine Dance, based off Wine Dance. You're right, my bad, not Brentwood, Wine Dance.
Get your set right.
Wine Dance.
And I used to think it was Wine Dance.
I
was like, before I went there, but when I went there, I said, oh, this is Wine Dance.
We're going to go ahead and wrap things up just for editing purposes. Again, we do this every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here live on Twitch. Shout out to everybody that joined us live tonight in the chat. Shout out to every single person in the chat. We love you guys.
Shout out to all the ladies in hip hop.
Ladies.
Again, it was
Women's Mercedes.
Don't forget, we dropped the Mary J. Blige.
Mercedes ladies.
One of our very few R&B episodes that we rarely drop around here. So show a little love to that as well. And like I said, we'll see you guys next Monday. I believe this coming Monday, we should be wrapping up our final contribution from the 5 mic list. The
Oh,
source.
really? Nice.
Yeah, it's the last
And
one.
believe it or not, it could be pretty controversial. And maybe if we're lucky, he'll say something really stupid between here and then. Kanye West.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No, I mean, he says a lot of dumb things, but I need him to raise the bar between now and then. You know what I'm saying?
I heard he went.
The name of the episode is going to be, we're talking about that tonight. And no, we're not. You know what I'm saying?
Name of
He
the
went to
episode's-
Japan to relax.
name of the episode's That's Your Man.
I need Hobo on full art alert by no later than Saturday to see whatever new Nazi symbol. We got to find a way to make DVR out of the symbol.
That's Your Man.
Oh,
No, it's okay. Okay, we got to friendly it up. You know what I'm saying? And find a way to capitalize on the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Or the silk, tank top hoodies that are coming. This spring. What was that?
We just rated.
Oh, we rated out? Okay, fair enough. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up.
So we off?
Not yet. We're gonna just say bye for
Yeah,
editing.
we are.
See you guys next week. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.